नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। With my love and respect, I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidar, Kotari, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Nithyananda e-Gurukul students, Nithyananda Hindu University students, and all those watching us through Kailasa's Nithyananda TV, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Kailasa TV, Hinduism Now TV, Kailasa's Enlighten app, Twitter and two-way video conferencing having Nayana Diksha. I welcome all of you with my love and respect.
Nithyanandam. Today, all the Sarvajna Peethas across the globe are offering Mandagapadi at the sacred divine lotus feet of His Divine Holiness Swamiji, and offer our Dandavat Pranams at his feet and invite Swamiji for the Rajarajeshwari Brahmotsavam that starts tomorrow and the Vijayotsavam that starts on March 1. We offer our love, devotion, prayers and Dandavat Pranams at the feet of Swamiji and pray for his choicest blessings. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Om na karmana na prajayatane na tyage naike amrutatvamanashuhu parena nakam nihitam guhayam viprajate tatyatayo vishanti Vedanta vijnana sunischitartha sanyasa yogatyatayat shuddha sattva aha te brahma loke tu para antakale paramritat parimrichanti sarve Dakhram vipapam parame svabhutam yap pundarikam puramadya saggastam tatrabhidakram gaganam vishokastasmin yadantastasubhasitavyam Yo vedado swara prokto vedante cha pratishtitaha tasya prakritilinasya ya parasamaheshwaraha.
Shri Kailasonnata Dvadashanta Shyamala Peetharudha Shri Meenakshi Sundareshwara Bhinnaswarupa Parashiva Putra Ratna Kumara Guru Manyatulyavatara Shri Parvati Stanyapana Labdha Divya Jnana Vishruta Sakala Nigama Gamasara Bhuta Dravida Veda Pravaktre Srimad Paramashiva Karuna Samadhigata Mukta Maya Chaturashrayana Giyamana Chatra Chamara Shri Chinha Kahaladi Samasta Birada Valyalankrita Jnana Vijnana Chakravarti सर्वजनसङ्घ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धान्त स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।
ओम राजाधिराजाय प्रसख्य साहिने नमो वयं मयि श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो दधातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। आराद्रिकं समर्पयामि भगवच्छ्री नित्यानंद परमशिव चरणकमलेभ्यो नमः।
Paramashiva's message from Sri Kailas. Listen. Powerfulness, strength of your core existence is your strength. Anything else you feel as your strength or the source for you or resource for you is delusion. Listen. Only if life affirming, positive, life positive, pro-life, sweet, cute, beautiful, loving, pro-life attitudes and aptitudes, if they infuse energy in you, life force in you, you are a God, and that strength is the permanent strength, that strength is the eternal strength, that is invincibility. Understand? Demonic strengths are not only raises your temperature, they are temporary, they don't support your consciousness. Understand? Most of the time, human beings find violence abusive, demonic nature very charging, spicy, exciting, bad. Neither they are eternal nor permanent. Neither they are eternal nor permanent. And be very clear, that feeling charged up due to the negativity, life negative attitudes, aptitudes, life negative thought currents, cognitions, life negative anger, violence based. It may feel like charging, exciting, but the demonic energies neither supported by cosmos, even if it looks voluminous mass supported by large number of people. Understand? Killing another life for the sake of your food or for your survival or for your existence, sometimes to establish your ego. You use the name of nation, name of religion, name of whatever. Understand? Whatever you may use to establish your arrogance and try to eliminate other lives is not supported by the cosmos. Cosmos is intensely pro-life, for life to flourish. Life to happen and possibilities and powers of life to happen. I will use multiple words, express in multiple level. The space of Kalabhairava is pure life. Paramashiva, pure life. Listen carefully. Internalize this one truth. You will understand what all you should support in your personal life, in the society, what for you should spend your time, your life, your energy, your consciousness. Never ever support any form of violence using man-made constitutions based ideas of nation or ideas of religion, ideas of social existence. Understand? Whether you kill life for your food, whether you kill life for your ego, whether you kill life for your arrogance, life negative principles are never accepted, approved by the cosmos. You need to understand life positiveness is like a strong nuclear force in you. I tell you. Don't feel mass is right. Large number of people are always right. No. Kali Yuga, Iron Age, means ironically the large number of people are wrong. You are brainwashed. Killing animals for our food is right. No. Eliminating life, whether for food or for place or for space or for arrogance or for your man-made theologies, man-made constitutions, man-made ideologies, man-made philosophies, for anything. Life negative is wrong. life is pure positive existence. When you are pure life positive, you are leader. When you are pure life possibility, you are Deva, God. When you are pure life powers, you are Mahadeva, Paramashiva. I really wanted you to know, please understand, I am not teaching weakness. I am not teaching powerlessness. Oh Hindus, listen to me. I am not making you weak. I am making you like a real Arjuna. What Krishna taught, that secret I am teaching. Oh Hindus, you guys have started behaving based on reactionary assumptions. Don't. You started losing the elite culture. Revealed to us by our ancestors after thousands of years of research and development. Understand? Losing the vegetarian food culture and justifying it. No, even in Vedic times people used to have non-veg. Is the worst stupidity. It is like a disowning all the modern day scientific discoveries and living a stupid life and then blaming, no. Even in those days, people used to be like this. Just like modern day, great research, development, contribution by the modern day scientists in the field of technology, many outer world sciences, our lifestyle, thought current, everything is the technology revealed by the great rishis after thousands of years of study, research, development as inner world science in the inner world. Listen. Purely ironed out, non-violence, non-stealing, minimalist, integrated, pure life, taught by Krishna to Arjuna, Upanishadic rishis to us. Understand? That is extremely strengthening technology, powerful technology. Listen carefully. You become Hindu when you discover the cosmic, powerful cognitions of Upanishads. Not just because who your father and mother is. You don't become Hindu just by being born to father, mother who are legally Hindus. You become Hindu when you discover the powerful cognitions of Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, Bhagavad Gita, Veda Agamas. I tell you, this pure love, tyaga, non-violence, all these will look as if weakening, loser, loser's thought current. No. If you do tyaga, withdrawing, not involving, not fighting, all that due to wrong cognition, you will become weak. If the fear is the reason, consequences, your thought current about the consequences, you think about the consequence and you don't have confidence about the future consequences, and you stop acting, making decisions, progress, move, then you are weak. You are Chandala. If you act based on reactionary assumptions, violence, again you are Shudra, Panjama, Chandala. If your core beliefs are extreme love, powerfulness, tyaga, consciousness, I tell you, it manifests as a power beyond your body. I am trying to convey this multi-dimensional logic's truth in binary language to the people who are stuck in binary language. You are not only stuck in binary logic, you are so stupidly habituated for binary logic's language. Even the words I am uttering, you make your own meaning. Understand? Only yesterday, after the satsang, when I started seeing the comments of the people in social media, I understood absolutely people don't understand what I am talking. But I am not going to lose courage, confidence. I am going to repeat, go on, go on, go on. Listen, I will tell you straightforward. If you believe non-violence is the cosmos will, Paramashiva's ordainment, immediately you get Paramashiva's approval for your being. He starts manifesting in you. Then, after that, all decisions you make will do good to you, good to the world. You will never fail in anything. You will always be successful in every field. And this declaration and connection with Paramashiva is too simple. Just deciding not to be hypocritical. Satya. Straightforwardness. I will not try to justify. I know non-violence is the best thing. I will stop eating non-vegetarian food, but I will not leave without taking revenge on my wife. How much she tortured me, I will make sure even when she divorces me and goes and marries somebody else, I will destroy her life by confusing that fellow. I may not be able to do that now, but I will wait for 3-4 years and slowly poison that fellow. This is not going to work. Honestly deciding, non-violence, life positiveness, to the core me believing love, tyaga, pure non-violence, all that is going to make me powerful. That is going to make me feel integrated to Paramashiva. I tell you. I just really want to tell you this one small incident. When I fell in love with Arunagiri Yogishwara, I used to feel so strongly connected to him. When I write my initial in the school notebooks, in the one of the biggest hobby for the kids in those days is in the school notebook. We will take a pencil, pen, and different way we will draw our name. We will put our initial, A, and for that we put the 3D projection kind of a drawing, painting, and then name Rajasekaran, Rajasekeran, and we will get a different sketch and do all this stencil. These are all the hobbies usually for those days, especially with the village kids. I'm talking about 70s kids. So whenever I put my initial, I used to feel a lot of pride because my father's name is Arunachala and my grandfather's name is Annamalai. So Annamalai, Arunachalam, Rajasekaran. So I used to feel a lot of pride. But after seeing Arunagiri Yogishwara strongly feeling connected, whenever I put that A, I will say Arunagiri, Arunagiri. I always wanted to feel that Arunagiri Yogishwara is my father, that A symbolizes Arunagiri Yogishwara. Of course, I went to Arunagiri Yogishwara one day and said, Swamiji, I wanted you as my father and mother. He laughed and said, I am your father and mother. What is there? Why suddenly asking? He told in a very casual Tamil. Adhukku enadappa ipo? Naan daanda unakku Ammaiyappan. Illa Sami, adu eppadi சும்மா சொல்லக்கூடாது, உண்மையிலேயே அம்மையப்பனா இருக்கணும். I was not that convinced, so I was asking, not just casually, really you should be my father and mother. Then he smiled and said, நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சாலும் என் கை பண்ணதில்ல, அதே மாதிரி நான் என்ன பண்ணணும்னு நினைச்சாலும் உன் மூலம் நான் பண்ணிப்பேன்ல, அதனால தான் உனக்கு நான் தான் அம்மையப்பன். Very simple word. He said, whatever I want, my hand will do. Same way, whatever I want, I can do through your body. I can manifest it through your body because I have this feeling. I am your father and mother. I tell you, giving that feeling to the Guru, you are liberated. If your Guru feels that confidence with you, hey, whatever I want, I can do with my hand. Same way, whatever I want, I can do through this person. Then you are enlightened, you are liberated. I am your Ammaiyappan. Understand? Non-violence, absolute love, pure tyaga, gives this confidence to Paramashiva about you. Your non-violence and Tyaga gives confidence about you to Paramashiva. Tyagis gain the confidence of Paramashiva. If Paramashiva is confident of you, he can get what he wants done through you. You are liberated. He is your Ammaiyappan. Everything, all the best things have happened in your life. You can be very clear, you are the inheritor of all the good things of the universe. Invincibility is achieved through absolute non-violence. Invincibility is achieved through extreme powerfulness, love, tyaga. All suffering, all guilt, all pain, hurting others or hurting you is violence. The more you renounce violence, the more you establish in love, the more you manifest tyaga, Paramashiva gains confidence on you. When he gains confidence on you, he showers all the best things on your life. I tell you, just clean up all the cobwebs you have inside you. The stupid cobwebs you have is you have been exploited. So much injustice is done to you. People have cheated you. People have abused you. World has exploited you, I tell you. If you see factually, you are not abused, exploited more than me. How much I have been abused, how much of injustice has been done to me, how much of attacks have been done to me, you have not suffered more than that, anybody. But be very clear. The so-called social facts, ideas, external happenings are different. The internal powerful truth, reality, cognitions are different. People may throw shit at you. You don't need to eat it. You don't need to eat it. Yes, people may be responsible for throwing shit at you, but you are responsible for eating it. You can keep your mouth tight shut and not eat it. I am telling you, from the smallest level of not getting violent reactionary assumptions to your day-to-day issues, like a word from your family or team or others, or even not just word, your idea, hey, this fellow has anger, violence on me, he is destroying my career, she is destroying my life, she is destroying my income, he is destroying my family. Constantly presuming, assuming, and constantly deluding yourself by thinking too much about your enemies and people who have enmity towards you, and you really think that they have too much of power, they can do too many things to your life, which is not true. Which is not true. You really need one drop water from AC machine, not machine guns or weapons to kill your enemy. You don't need machines and weapons to kill your enemy. You just need one drop water from leaking AC machine to wake up from your stupid dream, delusion. I tell you. Again, I want to repeat this. After seeing best sacrificing devotees, worst traitors, and people who act like devotees but traitors, like people try to see, I have seen some of the amazing devotees. The quality of devotion, the strength of devotion, I tell you. The strength and sweetness of the devotion of people. Sometimes I feel little reluctant to name Because those devotees feel very shy. Because I know he will always feel shy if I name him. Extremely, not just, understand, it is not that the social level, economical level, the way he supports the Sangha, not that and all secondary. Consciously, how much he understands my philosophy and makes it as his personal life. That actually is the scale with which I measure the devotion of devotees. How much they cognize what I am teaching and how much they work to make that as part of their life. I tell you, having so much wealth and able to get anything they want to eat, the sincerity with which they follow the Nirahara Samyama, I can list the whole. See, all these people, not only they can get what they want to their tables, they can even send chartered flight to get any special food from Italy. If they want special Italy pizza, they can send chartered flight and bring the pizza to their plate, wherever they are. But the sincerity with which they start adopting my teachings in their personal life, that is the scale with which I measure people's devotion. I have seen the absolutely delicious devotees, I tell you. Even to remember they are delicious. They are delicacy for my even memory. Even when I remember them, they are delicious to me. Understand? I have a big list. I don't name them because they feel shy and what is this? So Swamiji is praising us. Let me tell you one thing. She works day in and out. Not only she has 2 kids, apart from taking care of the 2 kids, she goes to office and works. Her whole salary comes to me. She works just to give money to me. It is not, actually I don't even count that as a measurement to scale to measure somebody's devotion. The sincerity, if I tell her, do Nirahara Samyama, the sincerity with which she will take it. She may have to take care of the kids, family, mother-in-law, whoever, and then go to office with all that. I know the absolute sincerity she will bring into one small spiritual instruction. I have seen and seeing this kind of extreme devotees. Understand? The extreme devotees. And I have seen the extreme traitors. Traitors who tried to poison me and kill me because I did not die, tried to destroy the Sangha and cunningly tried to abuse me left and right somehow just to get the information where I am so that they can send their mafia gang and try to eliminate me. I have seen that level of culnaries, traitors. After seeing the spectrums of devotees, devotion, culnaries, cunningness, I want to tell you, to all my people who have given me the confidence, like how Arunagiri Yogishwara had confidence on me, whatever he wants, he can get it done through this body. This body has no other will other than him. He is the 100%. If it can be more than 100%, more than that. He is the absolute stuffed into this system. He is the pure will manifesting in this system absolutely. He is the only one and the one manifesting through this system, through this being, through me. How he had that confidence on me. I have so many people on whom I have that confidence. I tell you, I really tell you, to all those devotees on whom I have that confidence, for all of you, I give you this as my secret teaching. Decide love and tyaga to be the core power of you, core belief of you, core strength of you. That is the pure energy directly from Kailasa, manifest multi-dimensional best things in your life. I tell you guys, see, listen. When you are leaving the body, when you leave the body, you will have the opening of, you will be able to see all the 14 dimension and you will know everything as it is. Because you need to be given choice to move further. At that time you should feel, oh God, what a best thing Swamiji has done to me. That is what is my real pride. At that moment if you feel, wow, what a best thing Swamiji has done to me. Even though I was stupid, throwing tantrum, all kinds of confusion, delusion, illusion, Swamiji did not leave me. He kept me so straight and absolutely right to this multi-dimensional Paramashiva's presence and logic and Paramashiva's existence. If I make you feel that way when you leave the body, I feel my job is done. I am honest to Paramashiva and to you. That is my integrity and that is my job satisfaction. That is my fulfillment. With that integrity, I tell you, inside the core, do not cherish revengefulness, vengeance towards anything. Your pure consciousness, feeling, you believing, non-violence is actually a fragrance of you. Violence is not prerequisite for your existence or success or any pleasure. Understand? When the core starts believing this and starts sinking, you become such big being. I can give you any powers just like that. Recently I read a news. How much of anger and violence people carry. One businessman, he burned $1 million in cash to avoid paying his ex-wife child support. I can't imagine. All right. Forget about all that. Let me come to the subject. Listen. See, this is one of the secret I want to tell you. The inner space is actually like a material. Chidambara, the consciousness you carry is actually like a material. Now, listen to this very sincerely, and maybe listen to this satsang also 2-3 times more. Because I am explaining, I am trying to map the multi-dimensional happening, like what is good in Kailasa, what is good in Tapoloka, what is good in Swargaloka, what is good in Bhuvaloka, what is good in Burloka. So this multi-dimensions, what is good in all these loka, I am mapping it to us, to our logic. This Bhuloka, I am explaining. Listen carefully. I will describe this one conversation happened between me and Arunagiri Yogishwara. What Arunagiri Yogishwara taught me. And then I will translate also. Even if I am not able to translate, I will give the gist in English. So listen to this very clearly. I was sitting with Arunagiri Yogishwara. He was explaining about the tattvas, Prithvi Tattva, Jala Tattva, Agni Tattva, Vayu Tattva, Akasha Tattva, and alignment of Tattvas. Listen, please listen. You will understand many things if you understand this conversation. I'll describe it as it is in Tamil, because the conversation itself has happened in Tamil. And I'll translate also. I'll give the gist in English also. Listen. Arunagiri Yogishwara Peruman உட்கார்ந்திருக்கார். இந்த ஜீவசமாதி மேலேயே உட்கார்ந்திருக்காரு. நான் பக்கத்தில் உட்கார்ந்திருக்கேன். தத்துவங்கள், பிருத்வி தத்துவம், பிருத்வி தத்துவம்னா மண், ஜல தத்துவம் அப்பு, தண்ணி, தேயு தத்துவம் அக்னி, நெருப்பு, வாயு தத்துவம் காற்று, ஆகாச தத்துவம் பிரபஞ்சத்தின் உயிர்மை. அதாவது அருணகிரி யோகீஸ்வரர்கிட்ட என்ன வார்த்தைகளை கேட்டேனோ அதை அப்படியே சொல்றேன். பிரபஞ்சத்தின் உயிர்மை, அதுதான் ஆகாச தத்துவம். இந்த தத்துவங்களை பற்றியெல்லாம் விளக்குறார். அப்போ ஒரு சின்ன நிகழ்ச்சியை விளக்குறார். ஒரு தரம் பாண்டி நாட்டில் பெரும் பஞ்சம், பாண்டிய நாடாகட்டும், சோழ நாடாகட்டும், தொண்டை நாடாகட்டும், சேர நாடாகட்டும், மழை இல்லாமல் வாழ்க்கை நடக்காது. சோழ நாடு சோறுடைத்து, அதாவது அக்ரிகல்ச்சர், உணவு சமைத்தல் தான், உணவை உருவாக்குதல், அதுதான் அவங்களுடைய ஸ்ட்ரென்த், பலம். பாண்டி நாடு முத்துடைத்து, முத்து குளித்து முத்தை உருவாக்குதல், அதுதான் பாண்டி நாட்டோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். சேர நாடு வேழமுடைத்து, காடுகள் அடர்ந்து வளமா இருக்கணும், அப்பதான் யானைகள் பெருகும், அந்த யானைகளை பழக்கி உலகத்துக்கெல்லாம் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்றதுதான் அவங்களுடைய ஸ்ட்ரென்த். தொண்டை நாடு சான்றோர் உடைத்து. உயர்ந்த நிலை வாழ்க்கை முறையை, ஞானத்தை தான் உள்வாங்கி மக்களுக்கு அளிக்கின்ற சான்றோர்கள் உடைத்தது. அதுதான், அதை உருவாக்கி எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்றதுதான் தொண்டை நாட்டோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். அதாவது சோறுக்கு தேவையான பொருளை எல்லாம் ஆக்கி தானும் வாழ்ந்து உலகத்துக்கும் கொடுக்கிறது சோழ நாட்டோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். முத்து ஆக்கி தனக்கும் ஆக்கி உலகத்துக்கும் கொடுப்பது பாண்டி நாட்டோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். வேழம் யானைகளை தமக்கும் பழக்கி கொண்டு உலகத்திற்கும் அதை எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்றது சேர நாட்டோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். சான்றோர்கள் என்லைட்டன் பீயிங்ஸ் தனக்கும் உருவாக்கிட்டு உலகத்துக்கும் எக்ஸ்போர்ட் பண்றது தொண்டை நாட்டோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த். இந்த 4 நாட்டுக்குமே மழை அடிப்படையா வேணும். நீங்களா நினைக்கலாம் அக்ரிகல்ச்சருக்கு மழை வேணும், சரி, அது புரியுது. லாஜிக்கா சரி, காட்டுக்கு கூட மழை வேணும். காடு வளமா இருக்கணும்னா மழை வேணும். மழை இருந்தாதான் மழைக்காலத்துல தான் யானைகள் புணரும், பெருகும். ஸோ யானைகளுக்கு தண்ணி வேணும். காடு பலமா இருந்தா தான் யானைகள் நல்லா இருக்கும். யானைகள் நல்லா இருந்தா தான் அவங்களுடைய வாழ்வாதாரமான சேரநாட்டு வாழ்வாதாரமான யானைகள் நல்லா இருந்தா தான் மக்கள் நல்லா இருப்பாங்க. அது கூட புரியுது. சோழ நாட்டுக்கு நேரடியாவே மழை வேணும், சேர நாட்டுக்கு இன்டைரக்டா மழை வேணும், புரியுது. பாண்டிய நாட்டு முத்துக்கும் மழைக்கு என்ன சம்பந்தம், தொண்டை நாட்டு சான்றோருக்கும் மழைக்கு என்ன சம்பந்தம்? அழகா அருணகிரி யோகீஸ்வர பெருமான் விளக்கிறாரு. அப்பா, சுத்தமான மழை நீர் கடல் மேல விழும் பொழுது சிப்பிக்குள் அந்த சுத்த தண்ணீர் புகுமானால் அந்த சுத்த தண்ணீர் தான் முத்துக்கு மூலமாக கருவாக மாறுது. உப்பு தண்ணீராலே சிப்பிக்குள் நுழைந்தாலும் முத்துக்கருவை ஆக்க இயலாது. சுத்த தண்ணீர் சிப்பிக்குள் நுழைந்தால்தான் முத்துக்கருவா மாறும். நான் அசந்து போயிட்டேன். அவர் சொன்ன விளக்கம், பெருமான் சொன்ன விளக்கம், சுத்த தண்ணீர் சிப்பிக்குள் நுழைந்தால்தான் முத்துக்கு கருவாகும். அதனால் அந்த சுத்த தண்ணீர் கடல்ல விழுந்து கடலுடைய உப்பு தண்ணீரா மாறதுக்கு முன்னாடி சிப்பிக்குள்ள போயிடணும். அது எப்படின்னு தான் முதல்ல புரியாம இருந்தா, அப்புறம் அவர் சொன்ன அப்புறம் புரிய ஆரம்பிச்சிருச்சு. அதே மாதிரி மழை சார்ந்து இந்த மழை காலங்களில் உடலுக்குள்ளும் மனதுக்குள்ளும் ஏற்படுகின்ற மாற்றம், அந்த காலத்துலதான் உடம்பு உயர்ந்த ஞான சமாதிக்கு தகுதியாகின்றது. அதனாலதான் இந்த மழை காலங்களை, மழைக்காலம்னா குரு பௌர்ணமியிலிருந்து நவராத்திரி வரைக்கும், அதை எல்லா சந்நியாச சம்பிரதாயமும் சாதுர்மாசியங்கிற பேரால உட்கார்ந்து என்லைட்டன்மெண்ட் இன்டென்ஸ் பிராக்டிஸுக்கான பீரியடை அலாட் பண்ணி வச்சிடறாங்க. அந்த டைம்ல தான் இந்த ஸ்பிரிச்சுவலான எக்ஸ்ப்ளோஷன் பாசிபிலிட்டி நடக்குது. அப்படின்னா சோழ நாட்டு சோறும் சேர நாட்டு வேழமும் பாண்டி நாட்டு முத்தும் தொண்டை நாட்டு சான்றோரும் வளர வளம்பெற மலர மழை அடிப்படை தேவை. பஞ்சத்தாலே, பஞ்சம்னா மழை இல்லாமல் இருக்கின்ற காலத்தை பஞ்சம்னு சொல்லுவது பழம் வழக்கம். மழை பொய்த்ததனாலே 4 நாட்டிலும் வறுமை தலைவிரித்தாடியது. சோழ நாட்டால் தனக்கும் உலகுக்கும் சோறு செய்து கொள்ள இயலவில்லை. சேர நாட்டால் தனக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் வேழம் செய்தளிக்க இயலவில்லை. பாண்டி நாட்டால் தனக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் முத்து தாங்கி அளிக்க இயலவில்லை. தொண்டை நாட்டால் தனக்கும் உலகுக்கும் சான்றோர்களை அளித்திட இயலவில்லை. மழை பொய்த்ததாலே வந்த பஞ்சத்தை பாண்டிய நாட்டு அரசன் பாண்டியன் சுந்தரேசரிடம் சென்று முறையிடுகின்றான், கதறுகின்றான். ஐயனே, இறைவா, இறையனே, தீர்வழி, இப்படியே இருந்தால் உலகழிந்து போகுமோ? ஊழி வராமலே உலகழியுமோ? சுந்தரேசர் லிவிங் 911, சொக்கநாத பெருமான் லிவிங் 911. சொக்கா, இறைவா, இறைவனே, இறையனாரே, இறைவரம்பொருளே கூப்பிட்டா போதும், உடனே வந்து என்னப்பான்னு கேட்பார். பாண்டி நாட்டு அரசன் தன் வாரிசாச்சே, போய் கேட்கிறான், இறையனாரே, சொக்கா, உடனே வந்துடுறாரு. என்னப்பா? ஐயனே, நான் சொல்லணுமா? மாதம் மும்மாரி பொழிந்து இருந்த பூமியில மாதம் மும்மாரி பொய்த்தது மட்டுமல்லாமல் வருடம் மும்மாரியும் வராது பொய்த்து பஞ்சத்தினால் 4 நாடுகளும் பதறுவது தெரியவில்லையா? வறுமை கோரதாண்டவம் ஆடுவது தெரியவில்லையா? ஐயனே, அருள் செய்ய வேண்டும், தீர்வளிக்க வேண்டும். உடனே இறையனார் சொக்கநாத பெருமான் களவியல்னு ஒரு 60 சூத்திரத்தை அருளுகிறார். களவியல், இறையனார் களவியல்னு ஒரு அழகான தமிழ் நூல், 60 சூத்திரம், கற்பு, the whole science of sexology. கேட்கிறவங்க புரியல அளவுக்கு மூளை இல்லைன்னா, புத்தி இல்லைன்னா என்னடா? பாண்டிய நாட்டு அரசன் ஐயோ வறுமைன்னு வந்து அலறி காலில் விழறான். இறையனார் எழுந்தருளி களவியல் நூல் கொடுக்கிறாரு, 60 சூத்திரத்தை வகுத்து. மனுஷ மனத்துக்கு புரியாது. ஆனா பாண்டியனுக்கு பக்தி இருந்தது. உடனே அதை வாங்கி கொண்டு வந்து உலகத்திற்கெல்லாம் அதை முரசறைந்து கடைபிடிக்க சொல்லுகிறான். 3 நாளில் முயற்சி செய்ய துவங்கிய 3 நாளில் மும்மாரி பொய்ய துவங்கியது. மும்மாரி பொழிய துவங்கியது. 3 வாரத்தில் 3 வாரத்திற்குள் 4 நாட்டின் நல் இயக்கமும் துவங்கியது. சோழ நாட்டில் சோறு வளம் ஆக துவங்கியது, அது அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் நடக்க ஆரம்பிச்சது. பாண்டி நாட்டில் முத்து வளம் பெருக துவங்கியது. சேர நாட்டில் காட்டு வளம் பெருக துவங்கியது. தொண்டை நாட்டில் சான்றோர் வளம் பெருக துவங்கியது. 3 மாதத்திற்குள் முழுமையாய் பஞ்சமும் வறுமையும் அழிந்தொழிந்தது. நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. கற்பு சார்ந்த நெறிகளை கடைபிடிப்பதும் மழை பெய்யறதுக்கு என்னையா சம்பந்தம்? ஆழ்ந்து தெரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். நம்ம ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்குள்ளையும் இருக்கிற பிருத்திவி தத்துவத்தையும் ஜல தத்துவத்தையும் நாம இன்டெகிரிட்டிக்கு எடுத்துட்டு வந்தோம்னா நம்மளை சுத்தி இருக்கிற பிருத்திவி தத்துவமும் ஜல தத்துவமும் இன்டெகிரிட்டிக்கு வந்துடும். அந்த காலகட்டத்தில் மக்கள் தன்னிலை தாழ்ந்ததால் சமூகத்தின் சமநிலை சரிந்தது. அந்த மக்கள் தன்னிலைக்கு வந்தவுடனேயே இயற்கை பொழிந்து செல்வ வளம் பெருகி இனமே, மனித இனமே வளமைக்கு வந்தது. ஆழ்ந்து புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். உங்க தனிப்பட்ட வாழ்க்கையில் இருக்கிற பிரச்சனையா இருந்தாலும், உங்க சமூக வாழ்க்கையில் இருக்கிற பிரச்சனையா இருந்தாலும், ஆபீஸ் பிரச்சனையா இருந்தாலும், சொசைட்டியில் நடக்கிற வயலன்ஸா இருந்தாலும், எல்லாமே நமக்குள்ள இருக்கிற ஆத்ம தத்துவம் இம்பேலன்ஸ் ஆகிறது தான். இத உட்கார்ந்து கரெக்ட் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம்னா மொத்தமா நாம ஒரு 10,000 பேர் உலகம் முழுக்க ஸ்ப்ரெட் ஆயிருக்கும். நாம 10,000 பேர் நம்மளுக்குள்ள இருக்கிற ஆத்ம தத்துவத்தை அலைன் பண்ண ஆரம்பிச்சோம்னா உலகமே வளம் பெறும். ஆழ்ந்து புரிந்து கொள்ளுங்கள். I'll now translate the essence. I don't know how much I'll be able to be true to the original story, but I'll give you the gist. Once the Pandya kingdom was facing the poverty due to the lack of rain. All the 4 countries, Chola kingdom, Sera kingdom, Tondai kingdom, all 4, Pandya kingdom, all 4, Pandya, Chola, Tondai, Sera, all 4 was going through very tough time. And all 4 were under the Pandya at that time. That time the Pandya kingdom was the ruling of all 4. At various times, one became more powerful than the other. So, but at that time, the incident I am describing, at that time, Pandya kingdom was ruling all the 4. There was no rain. And the life line of all the 4 kingdom got affected. Because the lifeline of all the 4 kingdom is dependent on the rain. The agriculture in Chola kingdom, pearl harvesting in Pandya kingdom, the elephant taming, not grooming is not the right word, elephant taming in Chera kingdom, producing enlightened beings in Tondai kingdom. All 4 were affected by not having rains. How the pearl harvesting and producing enlightened beings are connected to rain? That was the unique connection explained to me by Arunagiri Yogishwara, my guru. He said, the pure water of the rain entering into the shell makes the core for pearl into that, the mother pearl, what do you call the English name, whatever. I am describing the whole concept. You understand what I am trying to convey? And same way, it's a rainy season. The minds of the beings, so calm, fresh and alive, gets into higher states of samadhi and achieves enlightenment. That is why the rainy season between Guru Purnima and Navaratri is always dedicated for enlightenment in all the sannyasis' lives. So listen, Tondai Nadu. Tondai was the land of sannyasis grooming and exporting it all over the world. Bodhidharma is one of the examples. He was groomed there and then sent to China to teach this great principles of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Neither the word Bodhi is Buddhistic, nor the word Dharma is Buddhistic. Both words are staunch Shaivite Hindu words. Shaivite Hindu words. Bodham is a Shaivite Hindu word. Bodhidharma lived and left as pure Kanchipuram Tondai Mandala Adi Shaivite life. Later on the history got distorted as and portrayed is a Buddhist. And of course, it's not Buddhism is away from Hinduism. It's part of Hinduism. It's okay. It's just a different sampradaya internally. If one of my brother claims, hey, he's not your brother, he's my brother, I'll tell, hey, he's brother for both of us. Come on. That's it. That's the way Hindus behave. Come on. Let me come to this subject. For all four, rain is required. Because of the lack of the rain, all four was suffering. So Pandya goes to Chokkanathan and asks Chokka, Iraiva is the beautiful, sweet Tamil word for intimately calling Paramashiva. Like Ammaiyappan, Iraiva, Chokka. These are all the colloquial way the Paramashiva is addressed. So he calls Irayani. Immediately Paramashiva appears and asks, what do you want? So king describes, see, all the four kingdom, all the four nation is suffering in poverty because of no rain. Please bless. Then Mahadeva, Paramashiva gives a beautiful sutra, 60 sutras on sexology. Irayanar Kalaviyal. You will be shocked. What is this? Problem is not having rain. And Paramashiva gives the principles of sex and sexology. And principles of what is chastity and all that. But fortunately that Pandya did not have stupid binary logic. He was ready to listen to Paramashiva and he received the teachings and took it and started spreading all over the country. All the 4 desas. Within 3 days, rain started. Within 3 weeks, the rejuvenation started. Within 3 months, poverty disappeared. Arunagiri Yogishwara explained this science to me. Understand? The earth element, water element, fire element, air element, the space element inside us, if that gets imbalanced, externally also all those elements gets imbalanced. If that is balanced internally, everything else gets balanced externally also. At that time, the immediate requirement was the whole society coming to the balance of chastity. When they brought the karpu, the chastity, into their life, suddenly all the external tattvas got balanced and the whole nature blessed. The wealth, richness, bliss, happiness, prosperity, everything started happening. I tell you, everything happening in our life, good or bad, in your personal life, social life, career, profession, economic life, enlightenment, in everything, your Atma Tattva, life principle is responsible. Conscious principle is responsible. Now, all of us who are sincerely integrated to me, even if it is just 10,000 or whatever, I don't want to say the number. It may be more than 10,000 or it surely not less than 10,000. That much I can be sure. So, if just 10,000 of us decide to align our Atma Tattva to Paramashiva. See, aligning Atma Tattva to Paramashiva is deciding the pure non-violence as the core principle. Love, Tyaga, Satya, Asteya, Aparigraha, the basic core principles. Especially if you just bring even this one non-violence, that's enough. Because non-violence will take care of everything else. When you bring no anger towards yourself and towards others, if you bring, your whole Atma Tattva starts flourishing. Life positiveness starts flourishing. When that life positivity starts flourishing, you are such big blessing to planet Earth. Hey, we have enough of stupid people, violent. We have billions of violent people in the world. We just need at least handful of non-violent. Non-violence from the context that you are Paramashiva. I am Paramashiva. I am everything. How can I be this silly? From that context, people who are ready to be in a Tyaga space, love, your whole Atma Tattva reflects Paramashiva. You become a strong nuclear force for planet Earth. I just want 10,000 people of that kind of a people and 108 people as Kailasavasis from that kind of a space. Just 10,000 people holding that space wherever you are. 108 people holding that space physically around me. I can just give Paramashiva as a being. Like how I can give this cup to you, I can give Paramashiva like that in you all. Understand? Already I revealed the jnana, vijnana, prajnana of Paramashiva state, the whole unclutching science, Paramashiva's space, completion, integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, enlightenment, all that. Paramashiva's powers, all the 463 powers, science, knowledge and experience. Now I am working on giving Paramashiva's being to all of you. For that I need fundamentally Tyagis who can do Tyaga of violence. See, the most difficult thing to do Tyaga, sacrifice, is violence towards yourself and violence towards others. If you have done that, I can just install Paramashiva in you. Do Prana Pratishtha of Paramashiva in you. Last 2 days, that's what I am doing continuously. Prana Pratishtha of Ashtabhairava in all of you. In all of us. Actually, I already chose my daughters, sons, in whom I am going to manifest each of these gods. Each of these gods. I made a big list already. Who is going to manifest the being of each of these gods and goddesses? Manifestations of Paramashiva. Expressions of Paramashiva. I have already made the list. I just need 10,000 people radiating this Atma Tattva, pure Tyaga, wherever you are. And 108 people around me physically in Kailasa. I already made the list. For my balasans, my sons and daughters, I already made the list. Which god or goddess of Kailasa? Actually, each of them are Paramashiva himself. Paramashiva himself manifesting. I just need 108 beings who are purely aligned, their Atma Tattva aligned to Paramashiva, just ready to renounce, do Tyaga of violence towards yourself and towards others. Non-hypocritical way. Honestly. Kailasa is my first priority. And violence is not a successful strategy even in this Bhuloka. Even for your health, family, career, business, enlightenment, in this Bhuloka, in this planet Earth, even for this planet Earth success, violence is not a successful strategy. Whoever has started believing this, cognizing this honestly in the heart. See, I was telling how I measure my devotees. Not based on the money they give. Understand? If they give money, okay, that money I am going to use it for the society, building this Kailasa, making more and more good infrastructure for people. That's all. What's the use of other use? But the honesty with which, the integrity with which they feel the truthfulness of my teachings, my core existence, and imbibe it. When they are feeling hungry in the morning and want to grab their breakfast, and they are rich enough to get any breakfast from any part of the world flown to their table, dining table. But, Swamiji told today Nirahara, today Swamiji told Pradosham, so today no fasting, no food, just give me tea. That core commitment and devotion in their personal life, that is what is the scale with which I measure devotees' devotion. This is the scale. If somebody feels, Swamiji told, no violence, I need to make my being as a fresh flower, lotus flower, so that Paramashiva can sit on it. No shit. All violence is shit. Vengeance on others, vengeance on me, vengeance on life, anything is a shit. If the shit is there on the flower, Paramashiva cannot sit on it. I have to hit it and remove the shit. Clean the shit. Only then Paramashiva can sit. That clarity and core connection with me, that is the scale with which I measure devotees' devotion. I tell you. Actually, for me to make the Kailasa flourish, successful, more than $100 billion, I need just these 108 beings who wants me to put Paramashiva in you. Just this 108 committed being. Very simple words if I put it. Simple attachment, simple obedience with Swamiji. How I had with Arunagiri Yogishwara. Not big philosophical dumbo jumbo mumbo. One stupid fellow recently I saw a video in the Facebook. This one dumbo is trying to prove the Srila Prabhupada, the founder of the ISKCON, is not a traditional sannyasi. What a... When I saw that video, I said, all right, okay, non-violence, and left it. What a great being Srila Prabhupada. He is directly Krishna himself. Krishna himself blessed the planet Earth in the form of Srila Prabhupada. And this fellow is trying to logically prove Srila Prabhupada is not a great sannyasi. What are you talking? I tell you, instead of stupidly wasting time on all these foolish fellows, if that fellow is criticizing, abusing Srila Prabhupada, even to study all the work done by Srila Prabhupada, he needs 3 janmas. That abuser cannot even study what Prabhupada has contributed in 1 janma. He needs 3 janma even to study. And this fellow is abusing Srila Prabhupada's greatness. I want all of you to know, all of you should learn to respect all the great gurus of Hinduism. Understand? Your deep feeling connection, Ishta Nishta, Guru Bhakti, will never be affected if you have love and respect for all great Hindu gurus. Be very clear about that. You don't need to disrespect any of them to prove your strong devotion and commitment to me. Be very clear. Ramakrishna used to tell a beautiful story. A woman of the house, she will serve everyone. But she knows who is her husband. She will be chaste to her husband. That does not mean she will beat all the other people. So she knows to whom she should give food, to whom she should give clothes, to whom she should take care, to whom she should share her body, with whom she should share her body. She knows. Same way, she shares food with everyone, but shares her body only with her husband. Same way, you may have that Guru Bhakti only with me, but you should have a basic love and reverence for all Hindu gurus who have contributed to Sanatana Hindu Dharma and to the world. Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. We all have to coexist together. So don't keep quiet thinking that if one sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem. Okay, now listen. Fundamentally, I am ready with the next level of manifestation. Beyond powers, being of Paramashiva. To transmit that being of Paramashiva, I just need 10,000 people all over the world intensely integrated to non-violence. And 108 people as Kailasavasis, full-time committed intensely around me physically. Kailasa is done. Anyhow, Kailasa will be done. This is the basic immediate requirement. I just transmit Paramashiva's being to 10,000 people wherever you are. And you go on be radiating wherever you are. And 108 beings physically where I am in Kailasa. The kind of the positive explosion will happen. We will remove spiritual poverty from planet Earth. We will make the whole planet Earth flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet Earth. With the grace of Paramashiva, it is happening successfully happening, auspiciously happening. See, when people attacked me, the assassination attempts, abuses, scandals, absolute false rumors, lies, character assassination, digital lynching, creating false evidences, creating false evidences for false accusations. In all this war, if I got into the war, got sucked into the war, we would have won the war, but we would have failed in the mission I am supposed to do. We will be wasting time in that war. That is why with the Paramashiva's grace I moved out. Hey, now I have to do the real mission. Manifesting Sri Kailasa of Paramashiva. We can't afford to waste time with the demons. Demons have enough time to waste because destroying is their life's purpose. But gods don't have time to waste because manifesting spiritual science and enlightenment is our purpose and we need to do it immediately. Universe needs this. That is why I moved out of them and started doing what I really need to do. Even though it may look like many people will tell, what is this? They are teasing your Swamiji left and right and your Swamiji is not even responding to them. Like a coward, he escaped and he is hiding somewhere. Understand? It will all look like a escaping, hiding, ran away only now. But I have something great to contribute to the planet Earth, universe. History will tell why I am doing what I am doing. I cannot use diamonds, which I brought from Kailasa, to play the silly game with those stupid people who are trying to distract me from my real mission. No, I can't. I can't afford to waste my life, time, energy trying to prove me. I have to do the real work, transmitting this being, Paramashiva's being, into all of you. Let me do my work. Let me do my work. So I am looking seriously for 10,000 people manifesting, ready to receive this being of Paramashiva from wherever you are. 10,000 people from wherever you are. You can continue with your business, everything. Only one thing I expect, that you become pure, non-violent Tyagi to hold Paramashiva and continue wherever you are with your life, with your business, with your career, with everything. As usual, with your lifestyle and routine, no problem. And 108 people very sincerely became sannyasis, living in Kailasa physically, committing to the whole life. 108 people physically to be in Kailasa, committing to the whole life, to hold Paramashiva in their being. 10,000 wherever you are, 108 where I am in Kailasa. Just these two only I am looking very seriously. With the grace of Paramashiva, it's already done. When he is looking, it is done. I know. I am just announcing. So anybody wants to join as Kailasavasi, means sannyasis, only sannyasis. Only you want to take sannyas as Kailasavasis. Absolute tyaga, 100% tyaga to hold Paramashiva's being. Fill the form at nithyanandahinduuniversity.org/daily satsang. And you want to be part of the 10,000, wherever you are manifesting the Paramashiva's being. You can also fill the form, but clearly describe, wherever I am, I want to manifest this. That gang also can evolve, this gang also can evolve. Both teams can evolve. Kailasa is done. Kailasa needs spiritual infrastructure. Who wants to hold the being of Paramashiva and manifest it? Who wants to have heart washing, not brainwashing? We are not interested in your brain. We are only interested in washing the heart, consciousness. So let me give the essence, the pure Tyaga space, asserting you are Paramashiva and renouncing all the silliness of violence within you and violence with others is Tyaga that prepares your being to receive Paramashiva and manifest Paramashiva's being. I want 10,000 beings all over the world ready to receive and manifest Paramashiva's being. And 108 people, beings, to be in Kailasa as sannyasis to receive Paramashiva's being and manifest Paramashiva's being. That's all. பிரபஞ்சத்தின் இயங்கு இயல். நாம் பரமசிவன் என்பதை உணர்ந்து உயிரால் பரமசிவனை தாங்கிட தன்மீதும் மற்றோர் மீதும் ஹிம்சை அளிக்கும் கோப அகங்கார குணம் ஒரு துளியும் இல்லாத மாட்சிமை தியாகம். தம்மை பரமசிவம் என்றுணர்ந்து தம்மீதும் மற்றோர் உயிர் மீதும் எந்த மனத்தாங்கலையும் மனதால் தாங்காது கோபம் இல் குணத்தவனாய் தியாகத்தில் நிலைத்திருக்கும் தியாகராஜனாய் இருப்பவர்களுக்குள் பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் உயிர்த்து இயங்கும். இதுவே பிரபஞ்சத்தின் இயங்கு இயல். இந்த பிரபஞ்சத்தின் இயங்கு இயலோடு சேர்ந்து இயைந்து இயங்கிட இருந்த இடத்திருந்தே இயங்குவதற்கு 10,000 பேரும் கைலாசத்தில் இருந்து இனிமையாய் இயைந்து இயங்கிட 108 பேரையும் தான் தேடிக்கொண்டிருக்கின்றேன். இருந்த இடத்திலிருந்து இயங்குவோர் கிரகஸ்த வாழ்க்கை இல்லறத்திலும் இருக்கலாம், பரமசிவன் இருக்கும் இடமான கைலாயத்தில் இருக்க விரும்புவோர் துறவரம் ஏற்று சந்நியாசமேற்று தியாகிகளாய் மாறுவதற்கு ஸ்திரத்தன்மையும் வலிமையும் உள்ளவர்களாய் இருக்க வேண்டும். வேண்டுவோர் வேண்டுவன அளிக்கும் பரமசிவ பரம்பொருள் தான் வேண்டுவதை உலகிற்கு வெளியிட்டிருக்கின்றது. வருவோர் வருக, கைலாயம் திறந்திருக்கின்றது. வருவோர் தான் வரவிரும்புவதை இணையத்தின் மின்னஞ்சல் மூலம் nithyananda.hinduuniversity.org/daily satsang இருக்கு உங்கள் வேண்டுகோள் விண்ணப்பம் தெரிவிக்க. Now சிந்திக்க இனிக்கும் சம்ஸ்கிருதம், செப்பிட இனிக்கும் செம்மொழி தமிழ். So, I'll answer your questions. Akhil Kodali is asking, Swamiji, when you get darshan of Devi in dream and meditation, apart from enjoying the visit, what should one do? Listen. Akhil Kodali, direct, straight answer to you. You are my sweet disciple, so I should talk to you straight. No question of wasting words. Straight. This visit, Devi's darshan, means it is time for you and Anusha to pack the bags and come to Kailasa. That's all. You are asking, what should one do? You and Anusha pack your bags, come to Kailasa. Contact immediately whom you need to contact, you know. That's the answer. Next. Maitreyi is asking, Nithyanandam Swamiji, I was asked this question by a friend and don't know best way to address this. If you can help all the thousands out there who get confused. Swamiji, I have heard some gurus insist on following just one Sadguru. Once a disciple received the mantra diksha from them. But you have had many gurus in your life. Can you explain how I can address this confusion? Diksha from one guru versus many. Listen. First thing, I had many gurus because I need to revive all those sampradayas. That's the first. Second, this whole confusion, can we have multiple gurus? Listen carefully. You will have multiple gurus. There is no other way. There cannot be just one guru you feel connected and you got enlightened. No! When you get matured, you are naturally led to next level. If you see and feel connected with one guru and you got enlightened, that person must be incarnation. Otherwise, naturally you grow. Or sometimes you may not be growing and stuck. That also may be. So please be very clear. Any natural common seeker, when he grows, he will move to next level gurus. Ultimately, he will reach the incarnation who gives him clear, pure enlightenment as it is with Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana and Atma Pramana, makes it as Sakshi Pramana. Even if one Pramana is missing, it is not the place for completion. Complete completion. So where all four is available. And one more important secret I will tell you. Go to Guru who doesn't need to compromise due to political, social, constitutional interferences. Understand the secret. Who doesn't need to compromise and who will not compromise. The only Hindu guru who has religious and political freedom to teach the Hinduism as it is, uncompromising way, who is not interfered, harassed by anti-Hindu forces from outside Hinduism, the Hindu-phobic forces outside Hinduism, nor internally the different sampradayas hitting at each other. Man who has liberated himself from both external attacks and internal conflicts, who stands with the pure integrity to Hinduism with the Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana and makes it a Sakshi Pramana for you. Go to that Guru. He will be an incarnation liberating you from beginning your journey to the ultimate one with Paramashiva. Maitreyi, I think I made it clear. Many times, gurus are under pressure socially, politically, constitutionally, multiple levels to compromise on the purity of Hinduism. Paramashiva's grace, he freed me from all these pressures to keep the precious Hinduism alive in pure form. Ramana Maharshi answers this question of multiple gurus and one guru. He says, in the beginning, you will be attracted to multiple gurus, different level. Finally, when you reach Arunachala, you know your journey has ended. Same way. Finally, when you reach Arunachala, you know your journey has ended. Vijaya Swami is asking, what can I do to see your Divya Sharira and have conversation with you, Swamiji? Already, by a strong, sweet, intense, intimate memories you carry about me, I have put my Divya Sharira in you. Go on, be talking to that person. You are talking to me. You are having conversation with me. Understand? Nobody can proxy me. There is no dupe for me. How many fellows who are trying to abuse me are trying to put dupes for me? All of them look so cheap. Not a single dupe can even equate. You can see all the troll videos. Show me a single fellow they have used as a dupe for me, even coming closer. Neither physical form nor consciously can there be any dupe. No dupe for me. Oppilan Verur Onnan Oppu il Appan. Oppili Appan. So no dupe for me. Talk to me who is existing in you. That is conversation. That is not monologue. That is dialogue. You will hear my response in my own voice, in my own grammar. I have unique phonetic, linguistic identity. In my phonetic, linguistic identity, you will hear my answers back. Then you will know it is conversation, dialogue happening, not monologue. Next question. Kumar Swaminathan is asking, I live ahimsa as a core value, but I have an unanswered question for myself. When Shiva beheaded Ganesha and Krishna beheaded Shishubala, how can I explain myself and others? These are also not violence. Listen. I'll explain now from Akashic records as it is happened. Parashakti decided it is time to manifest Ganapati, means who will guide and lead all the Shiva Ganas. So she was making the body for that being from her own muscle memory and biomemory. While she was making, she decided Paramashiva has to come and add the bioenergy. She leaves that body and goes for bathing to get ready to do puja and invoke Paramashiva to add bioenergy into that being. But by the power Parashakti herself made, that being become alive and started moving around before even Paramashiva added his bioenergy, because of the power of Parashakti. But that being has not yet become fully conscious. It started moving around, but not yet become fully awakened. So it did not know who is father, who is mother and all that. That is when Paramashiva came, it tried to stop. Paramashiva tried to tell that being, hey, I have come here to add my bioenergy to you. Me and Parashakti has to sit now together and complete you. You are potential, but you have to flower. But that being was not that conscious or ready to understand. And it was just trying to throw some simple tantrum as a cute baby. Then Paramashiva understood he has to now cut the head and add forcibly the biomemory of Parashakti and bioenergy of him into that being to make that experiment success. So it is a simple experimental success strategy. To make the experiment success, it is a simple strategy he has to do. I should say it's a most non-violent decision Paramashiva made. He did not kill Ganapati. He just removed some parts, added his own bioenergy and biomemory of Parashakti and put the whole thing into it and put beautiful elephant head and made Ganapati and made him as the head of all the Shiva Ganas. So it's absolutely non-violence. It is just simple surgery. Surgery can never be a violence. It's like how you remove the tumor. The tumor removing surgery, it was just conscious surgery done by Paramashiva. He never killed Ganapati. He only just did surgery, removing some parts not required and added some parts required. I should say that first tumor removing and transplantation surgery done by Paramashiva is Mahaganapati successfully. And second, you spoke about the Shishubala. You see, understand? Krishna really waited. Shishubala to wake up and come to the non-violence and enlightenment. Align himself back. But Shishubala was going to the extreme. He started destroying the enlightenment ecosystem built by Krishna. Now, he has to see the violence, non-violence from the larger scale. He should not be violent. See, if Krishna did not kill Shishubala, it will be like a Krishna was violent to the larger humanity by letting the enlightenment ecosystem be destroyed. So, to be non-violent to the larger humanity, even then he gave a long rope to Shishubala. Finally, he has to cut the head of Shishubala and give enlightenment to Shishubala. If you read the story, the life, Atma of Shishubala reaches directly Krishna's feet. If Krishna wanted, he could have killed Shishubala by keeping Shishubala far away. He did not do. He killed Shishubala. He cut the head of the Shishubala in his breathing space. I should say that's a most compassionate liberation he gave literally in his very breathing space. I should say the Shishubala's cut head fell at the feet of Krishna and the life got absorbed into Krishna Charana. I will say both are absolute non-violent acts. So, next, now, the process. With the grace of Paramashiva, with the blessings of Paramashiva, now, with the grace of Paramashiva, Paramashiva himself will manifest through this being, me, and connect all of us to Paramashiva and invoke, install, awaken Ashtabhairavas with Bhairavis and Yoginis inside us. Pick up your Atmalinga. Touch your Mooladhara Chakra, root center, and sit straight. You don't need to close your eyes. If you want, you can close your eyes. Otherwise, you can sit with open eyes, no problem. Sit straight with your Atmalinga. Let's start.
அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம்? இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாம்பூம் காலத்தில் தக்க திமிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தன நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோஹம். I pray to Paramashiva, humbly offering the devotion, surrendering to himself. Let Paramashiva manifest through this being me. And manifest in all of us. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Keep the Atmalinga on the root center, root of the spine. Root of the spinal cord, Mooladhara chakra. Keep the Atmalinga touching the root of the spinal cord, Mooladhara chakra. Mooladhare Om Aim Hrim Steam Sau Zau How Om Aim Hrim Steam Sau How Kam Gam 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 Ngam Ananta Koti Bhushari Kula Sahitayai Am Sham Mangalamba Devyai Am Sham Brahmanyamba Devyai Namaha. Ananta Koti Bhuta Kula Sahitaya Am Sham Mangalanataya Am Sham Asidanga Bhairavaya Namaha. Kundalini, wake up in everyone's Mooladhara chakra. Mama Sangalpam Paramashiva Sangalpamastu. Let Mahabhairava wake up in all our chakras as Ashtabhairavas. Om Aim Hrim Steam Zau Sau Kam Gam 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 Ngam Ananta Koti Bhushari Kula Sahitayai Am Ksham Mangalamba Devyai Am Ksham Brahmanyamba Devyai Namaha. Ananta Koti Bhuta Kula Sahitaya Am Ksham Mangalanataya Am Ksham Asidanga Bhairavaya Namaha.
பறை
below the navel center. Move the Atmalinga to Swadhisthana, below the navel center. Swadhisthane. Om Aim Krim Steam Zau Zhau Cham Jam 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 Nyam Anantakoti Keshari Kulasahitayai Im Sam Achigamba Devyai Im Sam Mageshwaryamba Devyai Namaha. Anantakoti Vedala Kulasahitaya Im Lam Achikanadaya Im Lam Rurubairavaya Namaha. Atmalinga to your navel center, Manipuraga Chakra. Om Aim Reem Steam Zau Hau Tam 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 Nam Anantakoti Badala Chara Kula Sahitayai Om Ham Yogishwari Ambadiviyai Om Ham Gaumari Ambadiviyai Namaha Anantakoti Pichachagula Sahitaya Ham Yogishwari Nathaya Ham Kalabhairavaya Namaha.
அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. இசைக்கின்ற இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம்? இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாங்கும் காலத்தில் தக்கதி மிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். பிள்ளை கூட்டன நடராஜா நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா.
Chakra. Om Aim Reem Steam Zau Hau Tam Dham 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 Nam Anantakoti Dakini Kulasahitayai Rum Sam Harasiddhambadevyai Ru சாம் வைஷ்ணவ்யம்பாதேவ்யை நமஹ. அனந்தகோடி அபஸ்மாரகுலசகிதாய ரூம் சம் ஹரசித்தாம்பாநாதாய ரூம் சம் क्रोधभैरवाय नमः.
அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம்? இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாங்கும் காலத்தில் தக்க திமிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். பிள்ளையின் கூத்தன நடராஜா, நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா. கூத்தனே நடராஜா, நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா, நீ எல்லை இல்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா.
Atmalinga to throat chakra, throat center, Vishuddhi chakra. Om Aim Hreem Zau Schau Pam Bam 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 Mam Anantakoti Saha Sarikula Sahitayai Nam Sham பட்டாரிகாம்பா தேவ்யை லூம் ஷாம் வராஹ்யம்பா தேவ்யை நமஹ. அனந்தகோடி பிரம்மராக்ஷச குலசகிதாய லூம் ஷம் பட்டாரிகாம்பாநாதாய லூம் ஷம் உன்மத்தபைரவாய நமஹ.
காட்டினை தேடையில் காட்டிடும் ஆட்டமும் நடனம். மார்கழி மாதத்தில் கானக சபையில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம். ஆடியில் ஆடிடும் ஆலயம் கூடிடும் ஆனந்த ஆட்டமும் நடனம். சிகு சிகு உடையினில் விறு விறு நடையினில் அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம். கிண்கிணி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் ஆசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும். எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. இசைக்கின்ற இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம். இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாங்கும் காலத்தில் தக்க திமி கதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம். அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். எல்லையின் கூட்டன நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா.
ஓம் ஐம் ஹ்ரீம் ஸ்ரீம் சௌ யம் ரம் லம் வம் அனந்தகோடி கிரிச்சரகுலசகிதாயை ஐம் சம் கிரிகுல்யம்பாதேவியை ஜம் ஷாம் இந்திராண்யம்பாதேவியை அனந்தகோடி குலசகிதாயை ஏம் ஷம் கிரிகுல்யம்பாநாதாய ஏம் ஷம் கபாலபைரவாய நமஹ.
நாயன மேளத்தில் நாட்டிய சபையினில் காட்டுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? நாட்டினை விட்டவர் காட்டினை தேடையில் காட்டிடுமாட்டமும் நடனம். மார்கழி மாதத்தில் கானக சபையினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? ஆடியில் ஆடிடும் ஆலயம் கூடிடும் ஆனந்த ஆட்டமும் நடனம். சிகு சிகு உடையினில் விறு விறு நடையினில் அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம். கிங்கினி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் ஆசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா, நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா, நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா, நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா, நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. இசைக்கின்ற இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம்? இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாம்பூம் காலத்தில் தக்க திமிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம்? அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். பிள்ளையின் கூட்டன நடராஜா, நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா.
Atmalinga to the top of your forehead, not to the crown center, between the crown center and third eye. Top of your forehead. Om Aim Krim Steam Zau Shau Bhim Sham Samham Anantagoti Sarasaragulasahitayai Vam Kalaratriyambadevyai Aum Vam Chamundadevyai Namaha. Anantagoti Pretakulasahitaya Aum Vam Kalaratriyambanataya Om Vam Vishanabhairavaya Namaha.
நடராஜா, அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா, நீ கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம் இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம் தாம்பூம் காலத்தில் தக்க திமிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம் பிள்ளையின் கூட்டன நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா காட்டுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் நாட்டினை விட்டவர் காட்டினை தேடையில் காட்டிடும் ஆட்டமும் நடனம் மார்கழி மாதத்தில் கானக சபையினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் ஆடியில் ஆடிடும் ஆலயம் கூடிடும் ஆனந்த ஆட்டமும் நடனம் சிகு சிகு உடையினில் விறு விறு நடையினில் அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம் கிங்கினி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் ஆசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம் எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா இசைக்கின்ற இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம் இசைக்கா இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம் தாம்பூல் காலத்தில் தக்க திமிகதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம் அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையில் இடிக்கிற துள்ளல்
Steve, Zau, Zau, Lam Sham, Anantakoti, Jala, Chara, Kula, Sahitayai, Ah, Lam, Vishanyambadivyai, Ah, Lam, Mahalakshmiyambadivyai, Namaha. Anantakoti Shakini Kula Sahitaya Am Lam Bhishanyambanataya Am Lam Samhara Bhairavaya Namaha. Om Yevam Ashtamatru Sameta அஷ்டபைரவன்யாச சமாப்தம்.
அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம் கிங்கினி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் மாசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவர் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவர் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. இசைக்கின்ற இசையின் இசையிலே இசைந்து அசைவது மட்டுமா நடனம். இசைக்காய் இசையிலும் இசையினை இசைக்கிற அசை உள்ள ஆட்டமும் நடனம். தாங்கும் தாளத்தில் தக்க திமிஜதியினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம். அடிக்கிற பறையினில் இடிக்கிற இசையினில் துடிக்கிற துள்ளலும் நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தன நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. நாயன மேளத்தில் நாட்டிய சபையினில் காட்டுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம். நாட்டினை விட்டவர் காட்டினை தேடையில் காட்டிடும் ஆட்டமும் நடனம். மார்கழி மாதத்தில் கானக சபையினில் ஆடுதல் மட்டுமா நடனம். ஆடியில் ஆடிடும் ஆலயம் கூடிடும் ஆனந்த ஆட்டமும் நடனம். சிகு சிகு உடையினில் விறு விறு நடையினில் அடிக்கிற கூத்தா நடனம். கிங்கினி ஓசையில் பொங்கிடும் ஆசையில் வந்திடும் ஆட்டமே நடனம். எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவர் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனை நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவர் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லையின் கூத்தனே நடராஜா நீ எல்லையில்லாதவன் நடராஜா. அணுவிலே அசைந்திடும் நடராஜா நீ அனைத்திலும் ஆடிடும் நடராஜா. எல்லை
ஓம் நித்யானந்த பரமசிவோஹம். I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, living and radiating the state, space, powers, being, super consciousness and Sri Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दप्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भशिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अदिदे पुत्र शङ्करशिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दप्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदक्कालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनम् नित्यानन्दम् नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनम् नित्यानन्दम् नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनम् नित्यानन्दम् नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनम् नित्यानन्दम् नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अदिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनम् नित्यानन्दम् नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दप्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्या ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अतिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दकन्त ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्य कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्द प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्या ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अतिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरम् भक्तहृदयनिवासेनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासेनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासेनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासेनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासेनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्द प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अतिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकवस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्द प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्य ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अतिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वहृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकवस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्द प्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदक्कालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्य ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अतिदे पुत्र शङ्कर शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते नित्यहृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दप्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदक्कालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्या ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सकशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अदिदे पुत्र शङ्कर शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते हृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दप्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदकालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्या ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हरिदश्व सहस्रार्चि सप्तसप्तिर्मरीचिमान् तिमिरोन्मत्तन् शम्भुत्विष्टा मार्ताण्डांशुमान्
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
हिरण्यगर्भ शिशिरः स्तपनो भास्करो रविः अग्निगर्भो अदिदे पुत्र शङ्कः शिशिरनाशनः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वहृदयं पुण्यं सर्वशत्रुविनाशनं जयावहं जपे नित्यम् अक्षयं परमं शिवं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं सर्वपापप्रणाशनं चिन्ताशोकप्रशमनम् आयुर्वर्धनमुत्तमम् कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते रश्मिमन्तं समुद्यन्तं देवासुरनमस्कृतं पूजयस्व विभस्वन्तं भास्करं भुवनेश्वरं कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते सर्वदेवात्मको हेश तेजस्वी रश्मिभावनः एव देवासुरगणान् लोकान् पादिकबस्तिभिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते एष ब्रह्मा च विष्णुश्च शिवस्कन्दप्रजापतिः महेन्द्रो धनदक्कालो यमः सोमो ह्यपाम्पतिः कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
साध्या ह्यश्विनौ मरुतो मनुः वायुर्वाग्नि प्रजाप्राण ऋतुकर्ता प्रभाकरः
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते
आदित्य सविता सूर्य खगशोषागभस्तिमान् सुवर्ण सखशोभानुर्हिरण्यरेता दिवाकर
कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं भक्तहृदयनिवासिनं नित्यानन्दं नमोऽस्तुते कोटिसूर्यस्वरूपिणम् आनन्दगन्ध ईश्वरं